r/ask Reddit. What golden nugget of information do you have to share? A scorpion can hold its breath for 6 days, so don't think drowning it will help you out of your scorpion problem. Even if you aren't willing to give mouth to mouth on an unconscious person, chest compressions alone greatly increase their odds of survival. For a garment to be labeled made in USA, the process only needs to be started and finished in America. In the case of a certain ladies' underwear line, the material is cut in USA, shipped overseas for assembly, then shipped back to America where a seamstress sews a made in USA tag on the item. Source: underwear factory worker. It's crazy how it's cheaper to send clothing across the world to be assembled than it is to just do it domestically. Semen washes off best with cool water. Using hot water can cause the proteins to denature and makes it stickier. A moose can run 40 miles per hour through 6-foot deep snow. Terrifying. The first president of Zimbabwe was President Banana. It was also illegal to joke about his name in Zimbabwe, so the foreign press used to joke about his name more. If you were caught though, you were locked up with no chance for appeal. I had a heart transplant 5 years ago. When your heart is replaced, the surgeon has to cut the main nerve that gets the signal from the brain to beat, and or increase the intensity of the beat. Without this vagus nerve, your new heart has no regulation and pumps blood out of habit. You no longer have a fight or flight response and your new heart beats at 90+ beats a minute. The vagus nerve slows the heart. Epinephrine in your bloodstream, released from your adrenal glands in a fight or flight situation, can still speed it up, though. Also, congratulations on your new heart. I hope you have a great life. Speaking of golden nuggets of information to share, goldfish lose their color if they are kept in dim light or are placed in a body of running water, such as a stream. Also, goldfish actually get very large and live for a very long time, but most people don't care for them properly and end up suffocating them in ammonia. There are about 60,000 characters in the Mandarin language. A very literate person will know 20,000. The average person from 5,000 to 10,000. If uneducated, around 3,000. I don't know any, so I guess I'm ducking stupid. I met a German girl who had studied Mandarin in university. She said she knew about 6,000 characters, which was about enough for her to read the newspaper. Horses have a massive blind spot on the front and back of their body. If you are ever around a tame horse, keep a hand on their body while walking around them. This lets it know where you are at all times and decreases chances of kicking out of shock or fear. This also prevents them from kicking you with as much force. You need to stay very close to them for the full benefit. This is similar with goats, as they instinctively fight things coming head on and should be approached from the sides. Also, ears are the gateway to a horse's feelings. Pinned back ears indicates an anxious or angered horse. Pinned straight up indicates curiosity and focus. The earth wobbles really slowly like a spinning top. It takes about 26,000 years to come full circle. In the process, the northern star changes. This is called precession. It's one of 3 major changes in Earth's movements which are part of the Milankovitch cycle. Precession occurs 26,000 years, eccentricity occurs 125,000 years, obliquity occurs 41,000 years. These cycles all have effects on Earth's climate. For more information, just search Milankovitch cycles. If you ever have a baseball bat and need to use it as a weapon, put a sock over it so if someone tries to disarm you they just slide off the sock. Time out. Time out. Time out. I need to run home to get a sock first apparently. Please wait here. I'll be right back. If you carry a baseball bat in your vehicle for self-defense, also carry a baseball glove. Even if you don't play baseball, your lawyer will appreciate it. Today I learned to put a sock on my baseball bat and carry a baseball glove as well. People often underestimate how big a billion actually is. An easy way to conceptualize it is to think of it in terms of seconds. 1 million seconds ago was 12 days ago. 1 billion seconds ago was 1987. What's the difference between 1 million and 1 billion? About a billion. A single spaghetti noodle is called a spaghetto. I thought a spaghetto was a place where poor Italians lived. If your older parents' grandparents are suddenly acting strange, Get them checked for a UT. In older people, UTs can cause a psychotic or delusional episode. The Outer Bridge Crossing is a bridge that connects Staten Island, NY to Perth Amboy, NJ. You probably think it was named that because it's the outermost bridge in New York City. Wrong, it's named after Eugenius Harvey Outer Bridge. Wait, is Eugenius a real name? That's amazing. I'm calling my kid that now, so whenever he does something stupid I can go, gee, nice one Eugenius. A 30 minutes walk every day decreases the percent of you getting dementia. I keep meaning to do that but always forget. Even though you have a VPN, it doesn't necessarily keep you hidden if skilled people wanted to find you. There are many things that can leak your IP that you have to isolate and fix, such as IPv6 leaks, DNS leaks, and WebRTC leaks. Also, every add-on you add to your browser, it gives you a unique fingerprint that can lead back to you. You're not as secure as you think. Joke's on you. I used incognito mode. X% of Y is the same as Y% of X. So if you're struggling to find 26% of 50, maybe 50% of 26, 13 is much easier to do quickly. I have some words for my 6th grade math teacher. Armadillos give birth to 4 identical twins always. Yes, just to clarify a little, they bear either 4 or 8 pups. They either have 1 set of identical quads or 2 sets of identical quads. Peanuts are not nuts. They're legumes and they grow out of the ground like potatoes. Nuts and drupes typically grow on trees and or are the seeds of fruits. You can be allergic to tree nuts and not be to peanuts and vice versa. Control plus Shift plus ESC opens straight to the task manager instead of Control plus Alt plus Delete and then manually selecting task manager. That a strong sense of doom is a medically recognized and majority common precursor to having a heart attack. Here I am waiting for my heart attack for the 8th year. Edit. As someone mentioned, there is a difference between dread and doom. The concept of 3 square meals a day is a diet designed for people working physical labor in the early 1900s. Quality of diet and sticking to daily calorie limits is the only part that really matters. Otherwise, it really doesn't matter what time you eat. Although the 3 square meals model is indeed advantageous for day-long maintenance of energy levels. Basically, it's better to just eat when you're hungry than force yourself to eat when you should, so long as you're getting the proper nutrients, etc. Canadians say sorry so much that an act passed in 2009 states that an apology would not be considered admission to guilt. Most people replace their computer or run them into the ground when they get hot and slow, when in reality new thermal compound and a solid state drive upgrade can fix both problems and increase its lifespan for about $35 to $50 and isn't incredibly hard to DI in most cases. Never miss a chance to piss. This is always my go-to. I had a choir practice in a group of 200 plus people, and I sat right in the middle where there was no leg room to leave. Right before the rehearsal, I thought I should use the restroom. Then I thought, nah, I'm good. 3.5 HRS later, I'm sweating, nearly crying because I have to go so bad. I prayed so hard for my bladder to be sustained. I was finally able to waddle to a toilet and had a moment of pure ecstasy. Summary: never pass up the chance to use the restroom. It's 100 times better to break up when you're in a shit relationship than trying to fix it up for the nth time. In Germany we have a saying that would translate to, it's better to have it end in terror instead of having terror without end. Seasonal allergies are almost entirely man-made ailments. When planting landscaping trees and bushes in the 50s and 60s, people didn't want to use female trees as they didn't want fruit to fall on streets and on people's cars, so they opted for almost entirely male trees, thus drastically increasing the pollen output. I work front desk at a hotel. I've seen this before, so I hope it's new to someone. Don't use sites like Expedia, etc. If you book directly with the hotel, you can always call to make changes. If you need to cancel, you can avoid the 24-hour window fee by changing your reservation to a few days later. Then call back the next day to cancel. Third-party booking sites are not easy to change info. We cannot change the rate if something needs to be fixed, and you are looked down upon and get whatever basic rooms are available. Not by me personally, but everyone around me. When Elton John changed his name from Reginald Dwight, he also gave himself a middle name. His full name is Elton Hercules John. If you don't have a toilet plunger, and you've clogged it up, pour in a bit of dish soap, and some hot water, the hotter the better. Let stand for 15 minutes, and flush. Learned this when immediately upon arriving at our hotel. My 8-year-old clogged up our toilet and I googled, found this gem. Realized I'd packed a tiny travel bottle of dish soap, warmed water up in the microwave, and lo and behold, it worked. I still use it sometimes at home when I don't want to be grossed out by plunging. Yes, my child has a tendency to clog toilets, so there you go. The distinctive smell petrichor of summer rain is caused by the molecule geosmin, a byproduct of Streptomyces bacteria. At the beginning of every relationship, agree to assume positive intent. Talk about it often. Don't forget about it and make it the most important rule. Fights will be less, empathy will be greater, and your relationship will be stronger. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.